Who's the man with the pugilistic plan? Steve Swift, Steve Swift. Who's the puncher with a chance? Steve Swift, Steve Swift. The boxing news brought to you.
Mike Tyson might not even be able to get in the ring. Devin Haney can't leave it alone. And AJ wonders what to do next. Here is the news. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Here is the news. Ding 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 ding. The business of boxing. Ding 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 ding. With Steve Swift views. When you go to it, Steve Swift views. Steve Swift views. With Steve Swift views. See, yeah. With Steve Swift views. With Stevie's views. With Stevie's views. That's better, isn't it? Better. Well, it is round 12. So I am just winding down a little. Turning it on for the judges. Fancy footwork. Oh, ow. I put me... Ow. Oh, I think I put my neck out. Oh, ow. Oh, blimey. Oh, that's better. Dear me, I've had a massage tonight. You might see the barnet. The hair is a little bit all over there. All over there with the hair. Sticks up a bit. There it is, you see. Look at that. Sticking up a little. It's got quite a lot of unguents on it, you see. Unguents. So it's a little bit sticky. A little bit sticky-uppy. Look at that. I'm like some kind of prodigy type person. Hey, hey, hey. I'm the trouble starter. Punking instigator. Anyway. Let's talk about the business of boxing for this round 12 of Steve Swift's rambling ravios. The ravioli of views. Tasty, meaty views. Also a bit saucy. Oh, saucy. And it's also for, as you know very well, my head's a bit itchy now. I think I've got a bit of an itch going on. Oh dear, I might need an antihistamine later. Antihistamine. Yes, I'm going to, I'm doing this for Steve Swift's Rambling Reviews, but also, don't forget, for law. What is it good for? Live audio wrestling, say it again. Law. Good God. Yes, with the Tidster, we got a problem downtown. You got to call the Tidster. And Uncle Brady. Yes, all of those. Now, as I told you before, Mike Tyson might not even be able to get in the ring. Yes, this is the story of which adds to the debacle of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving. I'll tell you another gift that keeps on giving this week, and we haven't had him for a while. Batten down the hatches. It's Ryan Garcia. The Ryan Garcia Show. Hello, it's me, Ryan Garcia. As he would say on X or Twitter. More like Twitter. See, that name change hasn't really changed. It's not really taken, has it? Anyway, he'll be coming up later on, inevitably. Although, he wasn't here last week, was he? Well, he's made up for it this week. Now, going back to Mike Tyson and this ridiculous situation where he was, if you remember rightly, and let me tell you, Follocks, let me tell you, because I love recounting this story. It's akin to Hans Christian Andersen and one of those marvellously written stories. Yes. It's getting a bit big, this. It's looking a little bit Colonel Sanders. No, well, Colonel Sanders after a very bad night out, after he'd had a few too many, maybe. Not that he ever did. I'm not saying he ever did. Of course not. And I need to get this done. And I've left it, folks. You see, my last trip to the tonsorial shop. Tonsorial. He left a little bit of, and I agreed, of course, left a little bit of extra in here. And although it does curl, it's looking a little bit ill-defined now. Ill-defined, I tell you. Ill-defined. Now, back to the storytelling of the Mike Tyson situation. He was going to fight Jake Paul. Should have all been over by now. But they found that he was taken off a flight before he set off because he had a problem with an ulcer, which I think it was in Texas that he got his license. And as I've said a few times, I mean, you would have thought they might have checked that out. So anyway, they're due to fight because, I mean, Jake Paul had to pick somebody else and didn't go very well. It was very boring. But they're due to fight in November. And thing is that Mike Tyson's been told to stop fighting for a bit. Been told to stop sparring for a bit. Because I think that the story is, it was in the Mirror, UK newspaper, the Daily Mirror. I think the story is that he needs to just spread it out a little bit because you know, it's a big thing. I mean, I think it looks like he was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. It looks like Jimmy Kimmel might, from the transcript I've seen, have been taking the mickey a little. Yeah, I think he said, he said he was in the ring from training from 11 till 5, and he said, "Don't you get lunch?" "Oh yeah, we have lunch." "Oh God." There's that going on. But the big headline that I want to go out to bring to you is that Mike Tyson's finding it a bit difficult to walk at the moment. I mean, nothing matter because that's a terrible thing. But he's about to step in the ring. He has got about a month, a bit more than a month. So he should be ramping up his camp at the moment. Ramp the camp. That sounds like some kind of outward bound reality TV show where you have to get a camp and you have to build a big ramp so that maybe, I don't know, someone can be fired up it by a rocket. A celebrity who's desperate to get their career back on track, and they're willing to defy death to get 40 grand and a bit of attention. Anyway, I don't think ramp the camp will take off, but that's what Tyson should be doing. And yet, as he says, he's having trouble walking at the moment, but he will be available. He will be able to get in the ring in November. There is a chance that he actually won't be physically able to get in the ring. And I know I'm laughing, and he's a year older than me. I know I'm laughing, and I shouldn't be, I suppose, because it's a serious thing. But really, this has been ridiculous, hasn't it? The whole thing has been ridiculous. And for Jake Paul, with the business of boxing, this is terrible for him. Mike Tyson's not too bothered. He's talking about his cannabis gummies and all that kind of stuff. And it's not like an indie band, cannabis gummies. And still itchy, still a bit itchy. Anyway, for Jake Paul, he's kind of, Mike Tyson's taking the air, really. He's taking all the publicity, and he's got nothing to lose, really. It's nice for him to be back, I suppose. A little speck on my t-shirt there. Could be any kind of schnaz, that. It could be. What does it look like? Can't quite work out what it is. Something a bit strange. Anyway, Jake Paul's kind of having to just stand in the background and say, well, it will happen. It will happen. It's not good for his brand. It's not good for the business of boxing for him. Now, it may happen, but I suspect the fun we've had before they get in the ring is all the fun you're going to have from this. I think it could be absolutely crap. And I've had all the fun I'm going to get out of it anyway. Now, even more fun, Follocks. Well, actually, let's talk about the serious stuff first. Which is, one thing is the extraordinary outburst from Chris Eubank Jr., who I suppose feels it was a Riyadh season press conference, and I suppose he feels that he's really not got anything to lose. He was asked why he's towards the end of his career. He's not really going to fight for a big title. There was the Conor Benn ridiculousness, and he he attacked verbally some promoters. The disappointing thing for him was, or rather maybe it was calculated, the promoters were sitting behind him. And certainly one of them, who has now received an apology from Chris Eubank, and rightly so, was rightly angry and did threaten legal action. It's extraordinary, isn't it? It's extraordinary. They're sitting right there. They are actually so close that they could walk down and set about you. They could all gang up. He mentioned 3 or 4 of them. I think he mentioned 3. I think he bigged up Turkey Al. I think he bigged up Turkey Al Sheikh. I think he bigged up him. But he's not really a promoter in the same way as the other promoters he mentioned are. I won't mention their names because I don't want to glorify them. But it was an extraordinary outburst. I don't know if he thought this will make me get column inches, and it did, folks. It did. But then he had to apologise, or, and as I say, quite rightly in my view. But I don't know whether he thought that was going to get him column inches, but he seemed very serious when he said it. I mean, he made some right comments, but again, I suppose, as I say, he's not going to get a big fight now, is he? So maybe he thought that was something that he could do. It was extraordinary, though. I mean, with them sitting right there. Now, as was said, because he was sitting a bit further to the front, the microphones were pointing, or the speakers were pointing to the front. So those promoters he was talking about were sitting a bit further back on a stage, in boxes, rather like a kind of game show. Couldn't really hear him that well. But really, I mean, he didn't dress it up. Let's put it that way. It was all out there. Extraordinary. And but for the business of boxing, it's going to get you column inches. I suppose that does the job, doesn't it? But it doesn't make you look all that good. And I really think that Chris Eubank Jr. is an intelligent fighter, an intelligent person as well, seems to me. And so is his dad. Great fighter, really intelligent person. It's just a bit odd as a calculated move. And you see, people need to be careful of their brand. I think, we'll save Ryan Garcia to last, but it's the gift that keeps on giving, this one. No, actually, let's talk about AJ. I've done Anthony Joshua. I've done the Daniel Dubois was just punching his face. Done that one, haven't I? With the boxing of boxing. And it was extraordinary to knock him down so many times. And people are not talking about the work that Daniel Dubois did with a peach of a punch to put him down in the first round. Just great. I've seldom seen it in recent years in the heavyweight game. Have to say. Wonderful. And he's been told to not to fight for a bit, is a report. It's been reported. Those people who report things. And he's been told to stop, not to fight for a while, because I think he's been a bit injured, to be honest. And I understand that. He shipped an awful lot of punishment. Where to now? Joseph Parker? Hellenius? Hergovich? Don't put him in with Zhang. He's got to be protected to a certain extent, but it's got to be someone who you think is at the top of the boxing tree. I can't imagine who that will be. Tell you what, give Derek Chisora a ring. He might have a go. Yeah. He's got two more matches in him, apparently. I'll tell you what, I bet he's been on the phone. It wouldn't surprise me, and why not? But for AJ, where to now? Well, but charity shops are always looking for Saturday staff. So I'm just joking, but it's over, isn't it? Sad, but it looked like it completely unravelled for him, and that is never good in a boxing game in which you can be badly hurt and even lose your life. So, got to be careful, really. And let's finish with the Devin Haley and Ryan Garcia story. It's not like Love Story, but it's a pot boiler. I'll tell you that. Ra da 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 do do do. First of all, Ryan Garcia is saying, you got to live with the nightmare. You got to live with the nightmare. Now, I'm not going to give you a rematch. Well, I don't. I mean, he's leveraging himself, isn't he? Because we're going to have to wait around a year anyway, aren't we? Because you've been banned, son. Banned, I tells you. So that's not going to happen, is it? Plus, you're not a champion because you didn't make weight and you couldn't fight for Devin Haney's titles. So he's got the titles. So you don't get to say who fights. You don't get to say it. I know you're leveraging yourself, but with the branding of boxing, with the business of boxing and your own brand, you don't get to say, well, I'll give you a fight then. Go on, I'll do it. Now, that's what I want to say, and I think I'd be absolutely sure of that if it wasn't for Devin Haney and his lawsuit. Now, remember, Ryan Garcia went into the fight 3 pounds overweight, I think it was. He couldn't fight for the belts, and he had to surrender $1 million of his purse. So he then knocked out Devin Haney 3 times, and Devin Haney maybe was upset about that, probably was. But then it was revealed that Ryan Garcia was on Ostarine and has made some comments about about drug ingestion and all that kind of stuff. And so that fight, that loss was expunged. And I've got another spot here, look at that. It's weird, isn't it? Maybe it's coming from maybe I'm hiding some snow globe stuff under my beard. Maybe I'm waiting for the winter. Ting, 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 ting. Sleigh bell action going on. Anyway, all the weather outside is frightful. And so is the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Anyway, back to Devin Haney. So he's actually all right because he's had that expunged. Ryan Garcia was going to be talking on social media about it, as he has been. And really, what you need to do is just have a good laugh and say, oh, that's all right. But no. Devin Haney, it is reported, it might not be the case, but it's been reported, is looking for more damages. He's told his lawyer to ask for punitive damages. I don't know what for. I don't know if it's damages to his brand. But if it is, you might be doing a bit of damage yourself by saying, I'm going to go to court. Because what it possibly people might say is, you're a bit of a bad loser, aren't you? Even though you didn't lose. So not only, you can be a bad loser if someone else, if it was really egregious and you slapped him around the ring and beat him up and put him down 5 times, and then the scorecards gave it to Ryan Garcia, right? And he won your title. That could be, my God, this is terrible and I feel really hard done by it, and we agree. But it wasn't that way. I mean, he beat you on the night, but that was expunged. So there is no point. What you're really saying is, I suppose, I want to go to court and I want it to be decreed. I want the judge to tell everybody in the world to stop talking or stop thinking even about me losing. They want that Men in Black mind, wipe thing, don't they? Where they go, Devin Haney, did he fight Ryan Garcia? I don't think he did. Nah, I'm not sure. I don't remember that. Because you can't, no judge in the land is going to be able to say, stop thinking about that. Ding, ding, ding. I'm doing the gavel again. Ding, ding, ding. Stop thinking about that. I decree it. So be it, because I decree it. You can't do that. And while you're doing it, it makes you look like you can't walk away from that fight. You can't get away from it. And Ryan Garcia's in his ear. Ryan Garcia in your ear. That's a good little tagline for him. Hello, I'm Ryan Garcia. And I'm in your ear. That kind of thing. No, urea is actually urine, isn't it? I don't mean urea, I mean your ear. Yeah, you've got to say it right, I think. Anyway, Ryan Garcia is in his ear and he's in his mind as well. You can see he is. So all this stuff about let the nightmare continue, Ryan Garcia bigging himself up, he's got some reason, hasn't he? Because Devin Haney is really bothered by it. It seems. Maybe Ryan Garcia has it right all the way along. Maybe he was right. My God, what a thought! Ta-ta!
SportCards.com, the best in Canada. NHL, NBA, NFL, MLB, Pokemon, UFC, WWE. TotalSportCards.com, the hobby's best friends. That's TotalSportCards.com.
RockSolidFanClub.ca gives you full access to Canada's leader in professional wrestling, featuring legends like Mick Foley, modern megastars such as Cody Deaner, and future sensations like Tyler Turva. RockSolidFanClub.ca offers exclusive series, podcasts, live streams, specials, and full events, all for less than $9 a month. Sign up today at RockSolidFanClub.ca, where real fans get it.